Um, I just wanted to do a reflection on the past year as it's New Year's. I get kind of emotional at New Year's, especially after the year I've had. I feel apprehensive about the year ahead, and it feels overwhelming, and I feel like I've got to set goals, and I feel like I've got loads to do, and I'm feeling stressed about it. I'm feeling anxious about the channel because I haven't got my head around the educational videos, but I'm planning on getting those going again soon. I just need more time. I'm so sorry. I'm still struggling to get out of bed, especially today. It's Friday the 28th, and he's just gone to his nan's funeral, which is really sad. So he's got to deal with that. Imagine that, between Christmas and New Year, having to go to having a funeral. My heart goes out to all his family. I never met his nan, so I'm not going, and I'm sort of relieved about that. Obviously I want to be with Andy and support Andy, but a funeral when I don't know someone feels a bit strange, so I didn't go. So now I'm just sort of sad that Andy's gone, because I miss him. I need to get my head around not being around him and that being okay. I think I rely on him so much for so many things, and I've got to a point now whenever he goes, I just get really upset, and I don't know where this has come from, but it's something I need to address, and that's something I'll be thinking about. But as for my year in review, started off okay. Sorry about the state of me. So my year started out okay, actually. I was quite stable, and it was quite a positive start. I was thinking I was ready to start sort of thinking about children, having children and things like that, and I was feeling very positive about the year ahead. Little did I know it would become probably the most poorliest year I've had. Touch wood. I don't want any more. So I felt good, and then I decided to change my antipsychotics, come off those because they were making me so drowsy, and I was thinking ahead about being a parent and having to do looking after a baby and feeling drowsy and things like that, and it just didn't work. So I wanted to come off them, but then that was that's when everything changed, and I wish I could go back in time and not change my meds and just manage with what I had. Manage what I had. And then so I started changing those meds, and then that was really bad because I had problems with I was worrying about weight gain and things like that, so I changed an antipsychotic to a mood stabiliser. The mood stabiliser helped, but then I was worried about children and making children, so I decided to come off the mood stabiliser. So I was already messing with my meds, and things just got worse, and then they put me on a different antipsychotic which made me put on loads of weight. So I started off the year 2 stone lighter than I am now, and that's been really, really hard. And now I shouldn't focus on my appearance, but it's really hard to when you're surrounded by pictures of the perfect, the ideal figure, and because I'm quite insecure anyway, and I've lost all my confidence. It's made me feel really bad about how I look, and it's changed how I feel about myself, and I'm not really feeling like I can look nice in anything. I'm not feeling like I can be bothered to try and look nice in anything, and it's just not my confidence, and I need to rebuild that. I don't think I've just lost confidence because of my weight gain. I think I've lost confidence because I don't work, I don't volunteer, I don't do anything. I end up sitting around the house coping with my illness, managing my illness, sorry, and trying to cope with what it throws at me. And that seems to have got harder and harder as the year has gone on. And also something else happened that I didn't share at the time, but I had a miscarriage this year. I didn't talk about it because I just didn't want to talk about it, but I wasn't far along. I think I was only about 5 weeks or something, like 4 or 5 weeks, so very early. And we weren't trying yet because I was still waiting for the meds to kind of get sorted. But yeah, so I had a miscarriage, and that was really hard. And that kind of was early on in the year as well. And then after that, I was kind of like, right, we need to be extra careful because I don't want that to happen again. And I wanted to make sure my meds were okay before we started trying properly. Because it wasn't planned, but it was awful. And that's kind of something that's hung over my head, and it's something that I've managed to talk about in my counselling and process that a lot better, because I never really processed it at the time and I never really talked about it. Something that I kind of kept buried. So that's been something that I've had to face this year. I then had my episode of psychosis, which was quite bad. When I thought there was a time traveller coming to take me to the future, and I was immersed in that psychosis for about a week, and it was really scary, and it's something that I've never experienced before. And I managed to get through that with the help of support from my family and my friends. But it's something that I hope I don't have to go through again, and I feel for the people that go through it. I feel for anyone suffering from mental illness. My heart goes out to you. Or if you're caring for someone with mental illness, my heart goes out to you as well. It can be really challenging and really hard, and can take over your life and make you feel the worst you could possibly feel. So mental illness is really hard, and my heart goes out to anyone. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. So I had the episode of psychosis, and then it's just been med change after med change. But as the changing of meds has got on, I've got worse and worse. My confidence has gone, my self-esteem, my self-worth. Too many things have left my life this year, like my ability to concentrate, my ability to remember stuff. So many things that I just can't do anymore, or I feel like I can't do anymore. And everything's just got worse and worse and worse. And I've just got been chipped away at over the course of the year. And now I'm just kind of this little stump that has no control over self-harm, has no control over their mental illness, is completely losing a battle to my mental illness, and made my year completely awful. And I can't wait for this year to be over, because it's been the worst year. I mean, thankfully, there's nothing really bad has happened in my life apart from managing my illness. You know, I've still got healthy, touch wood, healthy family members. I mean, apart from Andy's nan passing away, no one's passed away this year, but there's been a lot of people battling cancer in my family and my friends, and that's been really hard as well, but mainly for them. But touch wood, it's just my mental illness that's been bad this year. There's other things. I mean, I am very, very grateful, and it hasn't been the worst year for some reasons. I mean, there's been some lovely memories that I've created this year, and even just Christmas just now was absolutely wonderful. And there's been wonderful moments. There have been wonderful moments. It's not just been a complete mess the whole year. I'm really grateful for everybody that's in my life that has managed to get through this year. I'm really thankful for all the people I have in my life and thankful for all the good memories, but it has been a really hard year. Like I say, I've been worn down to this little stump, and I don't know how to get out of this place now. I'm doing everything I can, but I need to step things up. I need to kind of start focusing on doing my CBT stuff that I did years ago. I need to get that stuff out. I need to think about my stuff for my BPD. I need to sort of get my head around my anger, get my head around my paranoia. There's loads of things that I want to do to make myself better, but I don't know where to start. Oh, I feel like this is just another ramble, but it has been one of those years where I just want it to be over, because I can't live like this anymore. I can't live with my illness the way it's just worn me down, and I've got to a point now where I can't live like this anymore, and something needs to change, but I know that change needs to come from me, and I don't feel strong enough to make that change, so I don't know what to do. So my year, I'm kind of glad that 2018 is over, but I'm scared about 2019 because things need to change and I don't know how to do it. And like I say, all I need to do is for me to kind of take the reins and take charge of this, but I don't feel strong enough. Anyway, so it's been a year where so much has happened to me, and I'm just glad that I got through it, because there were a few moments when I was feeling very suicidal this year and very, very close to suicide on many occasions, and I'm still here, which is amazing really, because I really didn't think at one point I was going to be here anymore. Please tell me about your year. Have you got moments where you had the best time ever? Have you got moments when you really sort of thought, this is wonderful? Or have you been battling for a long time with other things, with your mental illness, with your anger, your depression, your anxiety, your guilt, your paranoia, self-harm, suicidal thoughts? Have you been facing any of that? Are you a carer of someone and you've really battled this year with trying to cope and trying to manage the situation? Please tell me about your year. Please tell me about your week as well, if you don't want to talk about your year, or tell me about both. I hope your years have been better, and I wish you all the best for 2019. I hope it brings you lots of joy. I hope you get to a point where you're managing your illness okay. I hope you get to a point where you feel strong, healthy, able to take on whatever is thrown at you. I wish you less stress, less worry. I just wish all the best to all of you. Thank you for all your support this year, all your comments, your likes, your shares. Thanks for your kind words. Thanks for being so patient with me while I've been poorly. Thank you for being in this community. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys. Thank you for just being there, and for helping me realise that I'm helping people, and I just wish you all the best. This has gone on for way too long, but I'm going to go now. Thank you for everything, you guys. Thank you for just being there. I love you all to bits. Take care. Please tell me how your year has been. I will see you in 2019.